Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa channel, where I cover the latest cryptocurrency news articles so you can stay informed on what's going on. And yes, for those of you new, I do just read the articles to you with a little bit of Sherpa say in there, get some of the Sherpa sense or 2 cents what he believes about the article or what he thinks about it. But that's what we do here. We just try to stay informed because that's how you stay on top of it with your investments. I'm invested in Bitcoin, some altcoins, precious metals. I'm invested in everything, but I want to know everything about it. So that's why I stay up to date with what's going on in the crypto space. And I have full faith in Bitcoin just because, again, it just keeps getting gobbled up like no other. We got articles about strategy still buying even more Bitcoin, another $1 billion worth. So that equates to about like 9,299 Bitcoin. That's going off of the price right now. And then we even got Metaplanet acquiring Bitcoin, surpassing Coinbase. So yeah, so what are your thoughts on that? Metaplanet passing Coinbase? Is this just their treasury holdings, or this is what they have in liquidity going on the exchange? But we'll find out in this article. We have a couple of news articles for you as well. So waiting, let's just dive right on in. And let's just start off with the Metaplanet one, because there's no need to really talk about Michael Saylor buying more Bitcoin. We know he's buying a buttload of it. He bought it and also because of Israel-Iran conflict, but that's really not the reason why he's doing it. He's just always buying Bitcoin. That's what we know. But Metaplanet buying Coinbase, that is new news. So let's cover this article. So Metaplanet's stock surged over 20% after announcing its latest Bitcoin buy and a $210 million bond issuance to buy even more. So Japanese investment firm Metaplanet's latest 1,112 Bitcoin purchase has finally tipped its total Bitcoin holdings to 10,000 Bitcoin, surpassing Coinbase as the seventh largest publicly traded company with a Bitcoin treasury. Now on Monday, Metaplanet announced that it had purchased the Bitcoin stack for $16.88 billion Japanese yen. The firm now holds 10,000 Bitcoin, beating Coinbase's 9,267 Bitcoin, according to data from BitBo. And here's Metaplanet's tweet of how they acquired the extra 1,112 extra Bitcoin. Now, the average price of Metaplanet's 10,000 Bitcoin now stands at 13.9 million Japanese yen, approximately $96,400 per Bitcoin. So that's not a bad dollar cost average. So when you ever see those dips in there, take advantage of them. Buy them, lower that dollar cost average. And if you need help buying Bitcoin, join the crypto club. We can help you with exchanges, or you can buy just directly through us as long as you're a member, and it's no KYC. So that's the beauty of it. No KYC, know your customer, having completely private Bitcoin. That's a nice perk. So yeah, give us a call if you want to learn about that, or check out bitcoinben.io. That takes you to our World Ventures page. You can see all of our clubs, all of our programs, and everything we got to offer. But let's continue on. So Metaplanet is issuing $210 million in bonds to buy Bitcoin, literally the same as MicroStrategy. So it came the same day Metaplanet announced that its board of directors had resolved to issue $210 million in Bitcoin via no-interest bonds, and that it raised that figure to buy more Bitcoin. Now, the firm has drastically revised its Bitcoin strategy in recent months and now intends to hold 210,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2027. So far, Metaplanet has completed the purchase of 10,000 Bitcoin and will need to buy an additional 200,000 more over the next 18 months. So, can they do it? Well, I think they can. Now, Metaplanet's stock has rallied over 20% because of this news. The back-to-back announcement has seen the price of Metaplanet's shares soar drastically over the day. Now, Metaplanet's stock rallied over 22% on Monday on the Tokyo Stock Exchange, peaking at 1,860 Japanese yen. Metaplanet's stock has seen an uptick of more than 417% year to date, so they are doing quite well. Now, institutional demand is still going strong, despite the recent crash where Bitcoin dropped from $110,000 to $103,000 in a span of just 3 days. Due to the geopolitical tensions going on around the world, demand for institutional investors has still remained steady. So it doesn't matter what's going on around the world, institutions, government, they still want Bitcoin. Now, Strategy co-founder Michael Saylor indicated that his firm would buy more Bitcoin on Monday despite the ongoing geopolitical tension. And yep, that was this article right here. They've added $1 billion, so it doesn't matter about the tension, they're still buying. Now, Bitcoin exchange-traded funds witnessed 5 days of net inflows last week, with institutional investors pouring in over $1.3 billion during that period. Now, on Saturday, Bitwise Asset Management CEO Hunter Horsley said that Bitcoin had the potential to overtake the $30 trillion treasuries market. So, wait, what was that last part? I kind of read that without even thinking. On Saturday, Bitwise Asset Manager CEO Hunter Horsley said that Bitcoin had the potential to overtake the $30 trillion treasuries market. So, woo, 30 trillion. If you convert that into Bitcoin's pricing, that's 278,126 Bitcoin. And there is not that many Bitcoin to exist. So yeah, if you're wondering why there's this number of Bitcoin, it's because last Friday I showed you about this one extension wallet called Opportunity Cost, which converts everything on a website you're looking at and convert it to Bitcoin. So if we can take over the $30 trillion market cap, that's not going to be the amount of Bitcoin it is, because the more they buy, the more in price Bitcoin's going to go. So that's even less than that what number is going to be. So just pointing that out. But no, so that's Meta Planet's news, and just because of everything going on, Israel, Iran, what else has been going on? Riots in LA, and there's so much stuff going on around the world, but still, it's not stopping Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still on a nice rise up. Like here, we can see the price at 107,486 Bitcoin. So this is just the day chart. We are moving up in a nice direction. Weekly chart, here's where people were getting kind of fearful. We're dropped down to 103 because of all the tensions going on. But again, we are back on up, so things are going to go good. What's next? I'm thinking 115 Bitcoin sideways and so on. Yeah, but that's just mine. But we're just going to keep going up with Bitcoin. Now let's go on where our next article, which is Bitcoin-backed loans open to the real estate market to crypto-rich tax-free. So what does that mean exactly? When you borrow against like debt and everything, usually that's not a taxable event. Kind of learned all that through the Rich Dad Poor Dad series on how like the biggest liability that people pay is taxes. And it's like, how can you get by it? When you borrow against money, you use debt, that doesn't trigger a taxable event. So you try to find ways to not have to sell your assets, because that's what triggers them. But you can get out a loan, say, against your Bitcoin and then buy that house. So that's what this article is going to talk about. So Bitcoin holders are using crypto-backed loans to buy real estate without selling their Bitcoin, avoiding capital gains taxes while also staying exposed to the upside. So Bitcoin holders are using crypto-backed loans to purchase real estate without selling a single Satoshi, allowing them to avoid triggering capital gains taxes. And the emerging trend is gaining momentum among early crypto adopters and entrepreneurs and high net worth individuals who are Bitcoin wealthy, but often don't meet the traditional criteria for real estate financing. Now, Mauricio de Bartolomei, co-founder of Ledn, told Cointelegraph that Bitcoin-backed lending models allow borrowers to leverage their crypto without divesting. Now, since taking a loan doesn't typically count as a taxable event, clients can access liquidity while retaining upside exposure. Borrowing using your Bitcoin as collateral doesn't typically trigger capital gains taxes in the most jurisdictions, because borrowing against an asset is typically not a taxable event. You're not selling your Bitcoin, De Bartolomeo said, and Bitcoin loans funds home even faster. To secure a Bitcoin loan, clients lock up Bitcoin at a typical 50% loan to value ratio and receive fiat or stable coins. The average funding time for one lender is about 9.5 hours, De Bartolomeo said, and these funds are then used either as a down payment to cover the entire cost of the property or so on. Now, the model also offers some flexibility. Interest and fees secure over the long-term loan with no mandatory monthly payments. Repayments can occur anytime without penalties, and loans can be renewed if the LTV remains under 60%. And borrowers also retain the right to withdraw excess collateral if Bitcoin appreciates during the loan term. Now, De Bartolomeo, I'm sorry if I keep messing up your name, De Bartolomeo, said that London's Bitcoin loans have found strong adoption in Latin America, the US, and parts of Europe. Now, the beauty of a Bitcoin as collateral is that it's borderless, he said. A reoccurring concern with Bitcoin-backed loans is usually volatility. As Bitcoin price drops, the LTV increases, and clients will receive notifications to send additional collateral. So it's usually good to get that loan against your Bitcoin when prices are low and prices going up. So not have to worry about like the price going down. You got to add to it. So right now, it's still kind of a good time because 105, it's still low where Bitcoin's going to go in the future. I don't think we're going to have any more dips going on. Well, I mean, like massive dips, but you still can't rule it out though, because black swan events always do happen, and it's got to be a big black swan event to really affect the price of Bitcoin. But right now, I don't really see stuff really going on right now, but you never know. But if the LTV ever reaches 80%, then the lender sells the necessary amount of Bitcoin to repay the loan, returning any remainder to the borrower. Since the real estate transaction has already occurred, a liquidation doesn't reverse the property purchase, it just simply settles the loan. Now, Bitcoin as collateral, no credit check needed. So traditional lenders often shy away from crypto due to regulatory uncertainty and credit risk. However, Bartolomeo said that Bitcoin loans can bypass the need for credit scores entirely. Borrowers post 2-to-1 collateral, and lenders can liquidate instantly if the value falls. And again, this is I think more related to lead in, because I know there's other crypto companies out there you can borrow against your Bitcoin with, like Salt. I think Jack Mallers' Strike is getting involved with that too as well. So like there's different platforms which have their own different rules too for like how much you can get back, the LTV and all that. But he said that we believe that Bitcoin is the world's most pristine collateral. It trades 24/7, it is deeply liquid, and transactions can be sent globally in real time. Bartolomeo noted. Now, Ledin issued over $300 million in retail loans in the first quarter of 2025 and is on pace to exceed $1 billion by the year's end. Now, the firm said, furthermore, in 2024, clients earned 8 times more from Bitcoin's appreciation than they paid in interest, with over 1,000 Bitcoin withdrawn as excess collateral and prices climbed. Now, Bartolomeo added that more and more high net worth individuals are turning to Bitcoin-backed loans. Rather than just cashing out, they are leveraging their Bitcoin, holding to access hard assets like real estate, maintaining exposure to what they view as their best performing investment. Now, Bartolomeo said that they want to keep the exposure to their highest and best performing asset and still get to enjoy moving into new property without selling their Bitcoin. Now, in May, Seamus Roca, CEO of the Seamus Roca, CEO of the Gibraltar-based private bank Zapal, said that Bitcoin holders are becoming more comfortable borrowing against their crypto asset as market confidence grows, and it has been growing like no other. Now, on March 18th, Zappo Bank launched a lending product that allowed users to borrow US dollars using their Bitcoin as collateral. With the product, qualified clients can access up to $1 million in loans while also keeping their Bitcoin. So people are borrowing against their assets, their Bitcoin, to buy properties and whatnot. But that's great and everything. But right now, not sure about the real estate market going on right there. If anything, I would borrow against your home and then put that equity into Bitcoin. So quite the reverse on this, but you can always do it then when times change. Then do the opposite, borrow against the Bitcoin and do this one, buy back against more property. So you can do it both ways. And the club here can also help you with our home to hodl program. So I'm going to play this not quick commercial ad. It's 3 minutes. Our CEO, Dr. J, talks about it. But no, like if you're interested in loans or borrowing against your assets to not trigger taxable events, this is stuff you want to pay attention to, because the Bitcoin-backed loans is like definitely for a future investor for later on. But right now, if you're in the phase of where you just need to acquire Bitcoin, let us help you out with that. So let's take a quick moment to play a quick commercial on our Home to Hodl program, and we'll be right back with some more news.
In 2008, $7 trillion in home equity disappeared overnight. Millions trusted that their homes would keep them safe. They would be wrong. It takes a lifetime to build wealth, but only a single storm to lose it all. A storm is coming, and only those who prepare will survive. Home to Hodl is a brand new program brought to you exclusively by the Bitcoin Bend Crypto Club. It is your ark, your lifeline to safe harbor. Transfer your valuable equity from your home into the soundest money in human history, Bitcoin. During the last financial crisis, homes lost 30% of their value on average, and almost all of the homeowner's equity. Now contrast that to Bitcoin over the past 4 years. It has appreciated over 60% every single year. Home to Hodl is your Noah's Ark, built for financial survival and growth. Get your home equity transferred into Bitcoin before the storm strikes. We have partnered with leading financial institutions to help you unlock the full power of your home equity at maximum loan to value and the best rates available. If you already have a great low interest home loan, keep it. Simply unlock your trapped wealth in a second position loan. And with our no KYC Bitcoin purchase program, we buy bulk Bitcoin privately and store it in your custody where it belongs. Not with the exchanges, not with the government, and certainly not with the banks that need bailouts themselves. Your equity, your Bitcoin, your keys. I'm Dr. Jay Bose, CEO with Bitcoin Bend Crypto Club. We are your lighthouse to guiding you away from the stormy seas and onto solid ground. Because preserving wealth is not just about survival, it's about protecting your future, your family, your legacy. Home to HODL is a big, bold, and beautiful way to secure your financial future today. Please call us or text us at 941-413-6920 and we will get you started on our exclusive members-only Home to HODL program. The system is fragile. Bitcoin is not.
And we are back. So yes, that is our Home to HODL program. So just like that last article was doing Bitcoin-backed loans to go into real estate, our Home to HODL is the reverse of that. And in these times, you just kind of want to keep acquiring more Bitcoin. And then when the reverse happens, you borrow against the Bitcoin and get another asset out there. And as we're seeing here, like all hard assets are moving to Bitcoin. We have this UK gold mining company, Bluebird, is converting all of its gold revenue into Bitcoin. So yeah, then the solid hard assets out there, precious metals, real estate, land, oil, Bitcoin is just like, you want to hold them all, but you want to be able to acquire as much as you can. And you want to use each of those assets to do that. So just everybody is getting in on that Bitcoin bandwagon. So you guys should too. So let's go over this article here about this conversion of the gold into Bitcoin. Like, why are they doing it? Well, we really do know why, but let's hear what the article says. So Bluebird Mining Ventures Ltd will adopt a Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset and convert future gold revenues into Bitcoin. Now, Bluebird Mining Ventures Ltd, a Pan-Asia gold project development company, recently announced a major strategic shift. It plans to convert future revenues from its gold mining projects into Bitcoin and adopt Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset. So more companies, even with more Bitcoin treasury reserve, it's going to get gobbled up so fast. Now, here is that tweet from them. Strategy shift to convert gold into digital gold and combining income streams from gold mining projects and recycling these revenues into a proactive Bitcoin and treasury management approach. So not bad. Now, by adopting a gold plus a digital gold strategy, it offers the company an opportunity to turn the page and look to the future and seek to attract a new type of shareholder, said the executive director and CEO of Bluebird, Aidan Bishop. Now, under the leadership of the new CEO, once identified, it is my sincere hope that Bluebird will finally realize its ambitions for which it was initially established for. Now, the announcement comes as Bluebird progresses toward a key agreement on its flagship Philippine project. The company expects to finalize a deal in the coming weeks that will grant it a net profit interest throughout the life of the mine. Now, with no ongoing capital costs, the company said it believes Bitcoin offers a modern alternative to traditional store of value assets like gold. I am very pleased with the progress of discussions in the Philippines, which are looking very positive and will enable, if successfully completed, Bluebird to maintain an ongoing exposure with zero future cash commitments, stated Bishop. So they're going on gold and Bitcoin, not bad. Now, Bluebird plans to recycle revenue from its mining operations directly into Bitcoin, aligning with what they described as an innovative treasury approach. The company cited that Bitcoin's fixed supply of just 21 million increases global adoption and a role as a hedge against inflation and monetary instability as a key reason for its decision. Now, combining income streams from gold mining projects and recycling these revenues into a proactive Bitcoin and treasury management approach, the company said that companies that have adopted Bitcoin into the treasury strategy globally across public markets have been enjoying significant investor interest as well as substantial premiums to the net asset value, and that have changed traditional finance metrics as a basis evaluation. Now, to lead this new phase, Bluebird is actively searching for a new CEO with experience in digital assets. So they're looking for someone who can take on that lead. Now, on a personal level, I embarked some time ago on a journey to understand and learn about Bitcoin, added Bishop, and I am convinced that we are witnessing a tectonic shift in global markets, and the Bitcoin will reshape the landscape of financial markets on every single level. So again, everybody's on board. They get it now. This ain't just a speculative, risky asset anymore. Like, this is going to be the future reserve currency. People are going to be holding on to it. We got the big guys out there like Michael Saylor's going to be strategy. We got 21 million. That's like the partnership of Fitzgerald, Strike, and Jack Mallers. Like, they're going to be the crypto banks out there, like barring against because they have so much. And then even us as a crypto club, like, we're expanding even further where we have like a bank in El Salvador. We just purchased a bank. So again, that's going to be a Bitcoin-backed bank only as well. So we're just, everything's just going to be Bitcoin. Everyone's realizing it now. It's just not speculative. So yeah, guys, just if you don't have any Bitcoin, join the club and we'll help you get started. Now, what else is going on around the world in the crypto space? Looks like Brazil isn't so, well, they are still crypto friendly, but it looks like this move, it may stifle some people from joining in. But it looks like they just kicked in a 17.5% tax on crypto gains out there. So let's hear about this. So Brazil's finance ministry has moved to simplify crypto taxes, swapping a tiered system for a single flat rate on June 12th. Provisional measures 1303 took effect, scrapping the old break that led residents to sell up to 35,000 rubles or rebels. What's the Brazilian reals? Reals, that's what it was, Brazilian reals, into crypto each month and tax-free. Now, every capital gain from digital assets faces a 17.5% levy. Now, the flat tax applies to all investors. According to local reports, the new rule ends the exemption and treats all traders the same. Small-scale sellers who once paid nothing now owe 17.5% on every gain. Big players could actually save money before. Anyone moving more than 30 million reals in a month hit a 22.5% top rate. Now they pay 17.5%. So I think they got a little bit cheaper. Now, small traders face the bigger bills out there, so this is more for the little guy. Based on reports from Portal de Bitcoin, someone who sold 30,000 in crypto last month would have owed zero under the old law, but under the new flat rate, the person who owes 5,000 now owes $5,000 with that purchase. So instead of owing nothing, they now owe 5,000. So here is that tweet from Finance Feeds. Brazil ends the crypto tax exemption with a new 17.5% tax rate on everything. Now, at the same time, a trader handling $10 million in a single day would drop from roughly 1.75 million now. Under the old system, the 1.75 now, or so, no change, but those above 30 million still save up to 150,000. So they're still saving some for the big time purchases. But quarterly reporting and losses. So how must this work? Well, crypto holding held in self-custody wallets or abroad did not escape this overhaul. All gains are tallied every 3 months. Investors can offset losses from the previous 5 quarters. And after 2025, the window shrinks. From January 26 onward, only loses within the last few quarters will count traders will need record keeping and to be kept them safely. Now, other assets and betting targeted. This measure isn't just limited to crypto. Fixed income papers like LCAs, LCIs, CRIs, and CRAs now carry a 5% profit tax. Betting operators saw their rate jump from 12% to 18%, and the ministry won't say how much extra cash it expects. But lawmakers want a steadier flow after a failed attempt to raise the financial transaction tax, which was pulled amid strong markets and congressional pushback. Now, meanwhile, in a parallel, a separate bill would let employees pay part of a salary in crypto. Capped at 50%, full crypto pay would only be allowed for foreign staff or contractors under strict rules, and wages for standard workers must stay in fiat Contractors could opt for 100% if both sides agree, and all payouts would use official exchange rates set by the central bank's approval. So that's not bad. It's still like where you can still accept your payments and get what paid in Bitcoin, at least half or all of it, but there were some regulations there. So it's nothing bad with getting paid in Bitcoin. I get paid in Bitcoin. Like, it's the best way to do it. I love it. So it's cool seeing like stuff. So even though this country implemented tax, which kind of hurts the little guy, saves money for the big guy. Yeah, how do I feel about that? Taxes is going to be in general about this. Like, so they're still working on the rules. Like, everyone around the world is still trying to figure out, like, how should we tax it? How should we not? I didn't like how they said that you got to keep track of your self-custody wallets out there. It's like, really? You can't custody yourself, or you can't track someone's self-custody wallet. There's nothing linked to it. So they're hoping the people will follow the rules and do their due diligence to record what they have in their own self-custody non-custodial wallet, which nobody knows what they would have in there, because that's the beauty of self-custody and DeFi. We don't need middlemen anymore to tell them or to tell us how we should keep and hold our money. So yeah, so that's one thing they still got to try to get an understanding on, because I don't think they really do. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out and if they do any more changes. But that's Brazil's tax law on crypto gains out there. What's going on? Now let's move on to another crypto kidnapping news article, which is looks like this person was released because the thieves, the people blackmailing him or trying to do a wrench attack on him, found out he's broke. So they really couldn't get anything from him. But let's go through this final article I got for you of the day. But yeah, so crypto kidnappers release a TikTok crypto influencer after finding out he's broke. So finding out that he's broke, the kidnapping case is one of a growing number of $5 sat wrench attacks targeting cryptocurrency holders in France. So so this is a $5 attacks. People are just trying to steal $5 worth of Bitcoin from people. Let's find out. So over the weekend, a 26-year-old TikTok crypto influencer was kidnapped and beaten by 4 men in Insone, France, who later demanded a ransom in crypto, according to an initial report from a local publication of the Europe 1. Now, he was released by kidnappers after they checked a wallet with his address balance and found out that he was broke. He didn't even have $58,000 they were demanding. Again, so that is, again, why you don't want to keep everything you have on your phone. Dummy account, $300, $500 max. You want a separate device as your crypto vault that you don't take with you anywhere. That's why we also sell crypto-only laptops from Calyx Solutions. Like, keep your crypto safe, have a vault, you're responsible for it all. But because of these attacks out here, just makes it important for why you don't keep everything on your phone that you carry around with you. Anything at most $300, $500, $1,000, doesn't matter. Just not everything you got in there, because these attacks are happening like no other. But according to an initial report from local publications, he was released by the kidnappers after they checked his wallet balance and found out that he was broke. He didn't have the $58,000. Now, the influencer kidnapping is a growing number of wrench attacks cases in France right now that's happening. Lawmakers are taking notice. Last week, French MP Paul Midi submitted a draft law that the National Assembly aimed at protecting crypto public figures by restricting access to their residential address in an official registry, per report from Les Echos. Now, the proposal seeks to prevent attackers from using public data to locate their victims. Now, if passed, the bill could mark a concrete step toward protecting France's crypto community and escalating physical threats. Now, arrests in crypto kidnapping cases so far. French authorities, meanwhile, have arrested more suspects connected to the May kidnapping of crypto entrepreneur and father, marking progress in the country's escalating crypto crime crisis that has prompted warnings and mounting pressure on the government to act. Now, the arrest from Tuesday last week added to those already held by French police, with local media outlet France 24 reporting that the exact number of suspects taken into custody was not disclosed. Now, the primary incident involved 4 masked men seizing the victim in Paris and the 4th arrondissement. And what is that? Arrondissement? Paris's 14th arrondissement on May 1st, bundling him into a delivery van as bystanders watched the kidnappers demand millions of euros in ransom and severed one of the man's fingers before police tactical units stormed a suburban hideout days later, freeing him. We also had weeks later, French police confirmed that they had arrested 12 suspects in the case, including some involved in separate kidnapping incidents in Paris, with ransom usually demanding to be paid in crypto. Now, earlier this month, police arrested the alleged mastermind behind a spate of crypto kidnappings who was already wanted by the internal poll at the time. Now, there have been some misguided crypto kidnappers. Kidnappers seeking crypto payoffs are misguided, according to crypto wallet maker Trezor, which pointed out that Bitcoin transactions are traceable on a public blockchain, and other cryptocurrencies like USDT can be frozen or reversed. Now, Trezor highlighted cases like a kidnapping of a Ledger co-founder, David Ballin, in which 95% of the USDT ransom was seized following his release. Now, while Trezor and Ledger are direct competitors in the hardware wallet industry, Trezor expressed concerns over what Ledger has been through. We at Trezor express our heartfelt sympathy to the victims and that their families affected by the recent kidnapping in France, it told Decrypt. Now, we hope authorities take these threats seriously and act to protect all citizens, regardless of their assets. Now, France has been disproportionately affected by crypto-targeted violence, accounting for 14 of the 50 such attacks globally over the past year. And according to an estimate by Ledger co-founder Eric Larkovic, who received the ransom demands for Bolland, the phenomenon dubbed the $5 Sats wrench attack in a crypto circle is named after the XKCD comic depicting how physical violence can defeat high-tech security. An outsider of France, similar incidents targeting crypto executives and people holding crypto have grown in number. Now, against such threats, Trezor told Decrypt that the measures such as prioritizing physical and offline backups could go a long way in securing one's crypto wallet. Optional tools such as passphrase or multi-wallet setups can also further protect against physical threats, including coercion-based wrench attacks, and the crypto wallet maker suggested. So these attacks are still going on. And again, they're the $5 ones, how the Ledger co-founder said it. So be careful, guys. Wait to stay safe. Don't tell anybody how much crypto you have. That's like rule one in crypto. This is private knowledge for you only. That's it. Nobody should know about it. You shouldn't be blabbing, oh, I was guided in when Bitcoin was $10,000. No, you do not say that. And keep yourself safe out there. Have some protection on you, whether it's a pew-pew, mine somewhere else, pepper spray for the ladies, to a pocket knives for the dude, whatever you have. Keep yourself protected, because these attacks keep coming like no other. It's like, just as we keep getting news about people buying Bitcoin, that's like, that news is coming like no other. These kidnapping cases are coming out like no other as well. So be safe out there, people. Keep your crypto safe. Get yourself a crypto vault. Again, call Calyx Solutions. You want to have a secure device where you're going to be storing your cryptos on, and treat that as your bank vault. Because in crypto, you are your own bank. You're responsible for everything that comes with it, where you're holding it, where you're storing it, paying attention to the common scams out there so you don't fall for them. Like, you're responsible for everything. And I know it's scary out there because since then, we've been relying on the government, other people to keep us safe. But we got to get back to the traditional core values where we're responsible for our own actions, our money, just everything we do. I get back to that. So again, if you want to be in crypto, you got to understand these rules and just these things you got to do to be a part of it. So yeah, so guys, I hate hearing these stories, but I keep showing them out here to say, hopefully just click something in your head for you guys to stay safe. So again, don't tell how much money you have in crypto. At least have some sort of protection on you, pepper spray, knife, pew-pew, and also have your own secure crypto wallet that's outside your everyday use case. That's it. That's how you can stay safe, guys. Well, I hope everybody has a fantastic day. It's Monday. Let's take a look at that Fear and Greed Index. I always like ending off there. Once this page can load up. And then, yeah, so we are currently, Bitcoin's still at 107,738. It is making its way up there. We are at a 51 neutral territory, so people aren't fearful, they aren't greedy, so we're right in the middle, but I guarantee you this is going to start moving up as Bitcoin price continues to increase. But that's it, everybody. Hope everyone has a fabulous day. I love you. Stay safe out there, and I will be back tomorrow with some more crypto news. So peace.
In a world where your data is constantly under attack, one company stands for your digital freedom. Introducing Calyx Solutions, your gateway to ultimate online privacy and secure cryptocurrency trading. Meet the Liberty Laptop. With its modified OS and advanced tracking prevention, it's your shield against surveillance. Access restricted areas, use recommended security software, and browse with confidence. Your digital footprint? Virtually non-existent. For the crypto pros, we present the Crypto Laptop. Pre-configured on premium hardware for secure trading. Optimized for your favorite wallets and exchanges, it's the fortress your digital assets deserve. Both laptops come with expert individual training and support. You're never alone in your journey to digital empowerment. At Calyx Solutions, we put you in control. No more worrying about data breaches or compromised transactions. Ready to join the revolution? Visit calyxsolutions.io and choose your perfect laptop today. Plus, become an affiliate and earn while sharing the power of digital freedom. Calyx Solutions. Unlock your digital freedom. Give us a call or text at 702-845-8276 or visit us directly at calyxsolutions.io.